Hello, this time we're looking at Group E of the 2020 Euro Championship there. So in this group we have the likes of Poland, Slovakia, Spain and Sweden competing. And I'll let you know my thoughts and predictions of where I think the teams will finish in this group. Feel free to get involved with your own thoughts and predictions down below. And what we'll do is the winner for each of the 6 groups. I will have a final video to see which country I believe will go all out and win the whole entire competition. Of course, the teams that finish second also qualify for the knockout stages, and 4 out of the 6 teams also qualify if they finish third in their groups. But just for the sake of more clarity and expectations and more likelihood that the country that performs the best and tops the group wins basically all of their matches is more likely to go out and win the entire tournament. Take a look at Portugal back in 2016. They finished third and they managed to win the competition. So it's just a bit of an outline and just nice to see correct or incorrect might turn out to be. So let's go for the 4 teams here and see what they're all about. So first up we have Spain. They used to have the tiki-taka passing movements that worked out very well for them, winning back-to-back Euro trophies and the World Cup, but hasn't been successful ever since. So teams are really caught on how to deal with that approach. So Enrique, the manager, is changing the system there to make it more successful this time around. All of Spain's group matches are being played at home, so a big advantage to kick things off there. Such results like a 6-0 victory over Germany is pretty impressive, but it's a bit of a mixed bag if they got points against Greece like a 1-1-4 that they had. Qualified top of the group with 8 wins from 10, conceding just the 5 goals in the process. Their manager being Luis Enrique, taking over the team after the 2018 World Cup. Changed the squads, leaving Sergio Ramos and giving young 20s players a go there. Young fitness an opportunity to impress. Sergio Busquets and Diego Llorente are out with COVID as well too. One to watch out for is Gerard Moreno, a 29-year-old scoring 30 goals for Villarreal this season, who helped them win the Europa League this season. Recent results for Spain is 4 wins and 3 draws. In the Nations League, they had a 1-1 draw against Switzerland. Before that, demolition 6-0 victory against Germany. World Cup qualifying a 1-1 draw against Greece to kick things off. Then a 2-1 victory over Georgia and a 3-1 success over Kosovo. And a couple of friendlies, a 0-0 draw against Portugal and a 4-0 victory over Lithuania. Next country in question is Sweden. So they've got no Zlatan Ibrahimovic there, a 39-year-old, officially having to retire in March due to an injury. It's getting too old to carry on the business, and they get to be more of a team performance this time around instead of relying up to him for individual masterclass. Their manager is Jan Anderson, having won 50% of the games since taking charge in 2016, made the quarterfinals of the 2018 World Cup as well too. One to watch out for is Dejan Kulusevski, a 21-year-old midfielder from Juventus. Got pace and balance. Played 47 matches for the club. Their recent results in the past 7 games include 6 victories and just the 1 defeat. 2-1 victory over Croatia before a 4-2 loss against France in the Nations League competition. 1-0 wins against Georgia, 3-0 against Kosovo, and 1-0 success against Estonia in World Cup qualifying. before a 2-0 victory over Finland and a 3-1 success over Armenia in some friendly games. Next up is Poland. In the 2018 World Cup, they only managed to win one of the 3 games, finishing bottom of the group. Their manager being Polio Sober, appointed head coach back in January. He was a midfielder for Portugal back in the day, making 52 caps. He's managed teams all across the world, including the likes of Hungary, Israel, Switzerland, China, France, Italy, and for England, managing QPR, Leicester, and Swansea. So extremely experienced coach that knows the business across all these different European countries, winning titles with Basel and Maccabi Tel Aviv. One to watch out for, of course, has to be Robert Lewandowski, scoring 53 goals in the 46 games for Bayern and Munich. And that was enough to break the record for the number of goals scored in the individual season as well, too. Their recent results include a 2-0 defeat against Italy, 2-1 loss against Netherlands in the Nations League, before starting off their World Cup qualifying with an entertaining 3-3 draw against Hungary, a 3-0 success against Andorra, but a 2-1 defeat against England. And some friendly matches, 1-1 draw against Russia, and a 2-2 draw against Iceland. And finally, we have Slovakia. So they managed to make the European Championship with the playoff route, finishing second in their group. They took points off England and Russia back in 2016 before losing to Germany in the round of 16. Their manager being Stefan Tarkovic after Pavel last October left, secured the job in December though, following a successful job interview and a one-off game at Windsor Park. One to look out for is Milan Sturnia, playing with a winning Serie A title by being with Inter Milan to win that title this season. First time in decades that Inter Milan was able to win Serie A, keeping 15 clean sheets in the process, and is one of the world's best centre-halves. Recent history for Slovakia include 3 victories, 4 draws, and 1 defeat. A 2-1 victory over Northern Ireland Euro qualifying, for a 1-0 success Scotland, a 2-0 defeat against Czech Republic in the Nations League. World Cup qualifying games include a couple of draws, 0-0 against Cyprus, a 2-2 against Malta, before a 2-1 success over Russia, and a couple of friendly matches, 1-1 against Bulgaria, and 0-0 against Austria. So for that reason there, I'm going to go off Slovakia to finish in fourth there, 276 to 1 to win the competition outright. But if you're drawing against Cyprus and Malta and losing the Czech, drawing against Bulgaria and Austria as well too, that's some really disappointing results there. You really should be winning at least most of those games, if not all. And at third place, I'm going to go with Poland, 56 to 1 here. They might be within a shot to make one of the best third place teams there, but just have to do it the hard way. It's all mainly up to Lewandowski and his talent to get the job done. And second place is going to go Sweden, 76 to 1 to win the tournaments. Comfortably qualifying in second spot here, I reckon. It's more of a team performance with no Zlatan, so that should really help them. And top of this group, I'm going to go Spain. They are the hosts. They are at home for all 3 of their matches, compared to the other games that are being played in Russia, which doesn't suit Sweden, Poland, or Slovakia at all. 8 to 1 to win the entire competition is Spain. And it'd be nice to see them back to their best once again. So that's Spain going through to compete against the other 5 winners from the groups to give you my overall grand prediction of who I think will end up winning the entire tournament there. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, also feel free to subscribe and comment below your thoughts predictions for Group E in the 2020 European Championship.